Ultimate Team Review. This team is submitted to us by Kumolollll. Starting off the back, we've got Van der Sar. Not a bad goalkeeper, but I don't care about goalkeepers. Next at left back is Roberto Carlos. Maybe the best left back in the game. Let's have a look at him. So just like his sort of Cafu counterpart on the right back, he's got tons of playstyles, good playstyle plus, and very high stats. So, you know, that's an incredible card. In the middle, Saliba. Oh, mate, incredible. Such a stunner. Maybe he's given Van Dijk a run for his money. He's probably not quite as good, but he's pretty sick. 3 playstyle plus, like I think all the team of the years tend to have. Relentless wouldn't be my first choice. Slide tackle, not for a plus, but anticipate is a great one. If it was me for 3, I'd want anticipate, block, intercept. Or no, actually, anticipate. Maybe header. Header's also a good one. Quick step. I don't know. There's lots of good options, to be fair. But those wouldn't be my first choice. On the other side is Renard. Usually not a big fan of the women playing centre-back because they tend to be too small. I think she's about 6'2", though, so I think she gets away with it. And her card is actually really sick, if you look at it. 3 playstyle plus. Aerial anticipate. 2 good ones to have. Long ball wouldn't be my first choice. Really good stats. The pace could be a little bit higher, but I think 98 defense makes up for it somewhat. Next up on the right back, I think there's not much to say about the right back. It's pretty much just the same as Roberto Carlos. Maybe a little bit more defensive, but the same principles. Good playstyle plus, tons of playstyles, really high stats. So let's go back to the team. In the middle, out of the team, because he's got such a sick team, the midfield is sort of not the weak point. It's not weak, but it's sort of the weak point. This guy, I can't remember his name. It's like Bacillus or Bacilli, whatever it is. That's an evolution. He hasn't put which one, so I think I've guessed it. And I've sort of gone under what it actually is because I've had to guess. The one on the right side is just his. I think that's base Vieira. So have a look at Vieira. So not a bad card, but certainly one of the more weaker points. Intercept, pretty decent one for a CDM to have. Lots of playstyles. The stats could be higher. You know, some of them are a bit low, but defending and physical, which are the 2 for a CDM, are really quite high. So I think he gets away with it. And then obviously just Palmer. Where's Palmer? This is a sick card. Like 3 playstyle plus. Dead ball wouldn't be my first choice for a plus, but finesse and technical are great. Good playstyles. He could do maybe some more passing ones, but really high stats. So that's a really sick card. Very good sort of shadow striker. Back to the picture. So up front, once again, really sick. I don't know how he's managed to get all these cards. Kvaratskhelia. I never know how to pronounce his name, so if I probably pronounced it wrong there. But this is a pretty good card. Quite expensive. Once again, loads of playstyles. Finesse and Trickster. I don't know if Trickster would be my first choice, but Finesse definitely. Really high stats. Solid card. I mean, I'm getting tired of saying the same thing over and over again. It's a lot of good cards. R9 up front. Not necessarily my first choice. It's not the best R9. Because R9, I think has a few more that's better, but it's pretty good. Technical. If I only had 1 playstyle plus, I think I'd want a shooting one. Not technical, but it's still good. He hasn't got that many playstyles, but they're good ones and quite high stats. So I'll take that. Like I said, not perfect, but it's like I think the wingers are probably better in their roles than he is in his. But still, I mean, R9 up front. How can you say anything bad about R9 up front? On the right wing, Gareth Bale. I mean, as a Welshman, I appreciate that massively. I really wanted to do the card. It was just too much fodder, and I felt like I had to use it for the icon picks to do videos with. Otherwise, I definitely do him. I love him. Acrobatic makes sense, but like with Zidane, wouldn't be my first choice for a plus. Rapid's good though. Good playstyles. I was expecting more, but insane pace. So that's a really, really, really solid card. That's the team. Pretty sick. Now it's time for the scores. I'm going to give this one a 9.18, which puts it second place in our leaderboard. Well done, buddy. Now the question becomes, how do you improve the team? So out of all the areas, I'm looking for the weak point, which obviously there's no part of it that's weak, but we're just going to, what's the least best? I say it had to be the midfield. It was between these two. Obviously, I can't judge this one because I don't know. He hasn't put the evolution, so I can't really say what is better or worse. So I've just looked at Vieira and gone, okay, that's going to have to be the weak point. What card is there available that would be potentially better than that? And out of all of them, I've not looked for the best card that's better, because that would be ridiculously expensive. I'm just going for whatever one is like, out of all the better cards, which one's the cheapest. So it might only be slightly better. And the one I found is this Rabiot card, which I quite like. First touch, tiki-taka, good ones to have. Good play styles, good, lots of passing ones, quite high stats, higher than Vieira. Maybe he's not. Actually, he's 6'3", so he's just as tall. It's basically, I think it's a pretty similar card, just that stats are a little bit higher, maybe a few more playstyles. The big difference, of course, is that it's not an icon, so it might mess up his chemistry, which I haven't taken into account. So it might be better for him to stick with Vieira because for that, just to keep the chem. But you know, I'm just saying this is the one I found that's just slightly better. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you want your team reviewed, find a link to the Reddit page in the description. See you now.